There is a message that I spoke, a warning to an African leader that he should start in earnest to prepare for his succession. I realized that some were confusing the prophets for a certain leader in East Africa. For a certain leader in East Africa. The one that I was talking about, it's a leader that is in West Africa. I know the country can be also called a Central African country, but to me it is a West African country because it borders a country which is properly in West Africa. The country that I'm referring to, it shares a border with Nigeria. The country that I'm referring to, it shares a border with, So if the one which you mentioned in East Africa now shares a border with Nigeria, then it is the African leader that I was talking about. So I felt I needed to provide clarity because people are speculating and they are posting videos and putting my face in there and creating confusion among intercessors because intercessors, they will pray for a person who is not under any threat. Because that person that they are referring to, that one is a proper king in that one that they are referring to. He is a proper king, not a pseudo king. It's just that some kings are very simple. You see a king not wearing a crown, wearing an ordinary hat. You think the king is not a king. This is an interesting prophecy. When a king is a king, it's not the clothes that define a king. A crown is called a crown because it is worn by a king. It's not the crown which makes a king. It's the king who makes the crown. So if the king decides to wear a sun hat, the sun hat becomes a crown. The sun hat becomes a what? A crown. That one, don't worry about him. We must pray. Pray for things to be smooth. He has got his own plans, but that one, his military is fully behind him. Not only fully behind him, his military is one with his military. They are just one and the same thing with his military. They are one and they want the same thing. The military is his own and he also belongs to his what? His military. The military is his own and he also belongs to his what? Military. That one is an Alexander the Great kind of current. If you decide to rise and you are opposing that one, you better be anointed by God like Cyrus. In that place in East Africa, where there is a proper king currently ruling, though his days are reducing as well, you can pray for him, but I was not referring to him. The one that I was referring to is in West Africa. You can call his country a Central African country, but it's also a West African country. That's the country that I was referring to. I won't mention the country because if I mention the country, some people will start dying. Some people will die for no reason. So I will not mention the country. I'm just focusing intercessor. If you don't know which one, because in West Africa there are many countries. There may be many countries which are bordering Nigeria. So when you go to the map, some people are Googling the map of Nigeria now. You will see many countries which are bordering Nigeria. So if you can't work out which country it is, just pray for all the countries in West Africa. But if you have the Holy Spirit in you, He will show you which one I'm referring to. Where there is an old leader who is on his way out according to the Spirit of the living God.